Study hard in school, irrespective of your love or your passion for sport or any other vocation. You want to become a musician, you want to become an actor, you want to become the best athlete. No matter what you want to do, go to school, study, and become the best. Welcome to dacollins.tv, educational, motivational, and inspirational platform. Hi guys, welcome to dacollins.tv. I hope you're doing very well. Thank you for the amazing subscriber growth. Thank you for the comments and amazing remarks that I've been getting on the previous videos. I really appreciate all of that. Keep it coming. I appreciate. Today we'll be talking about a movie that just came out in the theater and the cinemas, and it's titled King Richard. So the movie talks about the Serena Williams families, the Venezuelans family, and the father, Richard Williams, and the story behind their success and how it all began. So today I will just be looking into the success story behind it, the lessons to learn from that family, and the lesson I picked from that movie. So stay tuned as I unfold each of these steps one after the other. Lesson number one I would like to talk about is I want to talk about what I see in the father, which is about positive mindsets in the father. The father believes that the children are going to be the greatest. The father sees their vision, the vision of those children even before they are born. According to the movie, he said the father even have it written down. He have the plan of these children, how they're going to go, how they will grow, what they need to do even before they were born.
2 years before the girls were born, Richard wrote out plans for their entire careers. He and Orsine taught themselves tennis before Venus was born. They were learning as a family. I was like, wait, that can't be true. You wouldn't believe this story. Everything was about family, belief, love, and triumph.
So you have it in mind and you have been nurturing it even before you give birth to the children. Now, so what this means is that whatever plan you have for your children, whatever vision you have, you should hold on to it and work towards it, and definitely you're going to achieve it. Because one thing he did is that a lot of people discourage him from the children, telling him that these children cannot go this far.
The chance of success is very unlikely.
You making a mistake, but I'm gonna let you make it.
A lot of rejection everywhere, but he kept on going, he kept on struggling, he was discouraged, no one to help, but he kept on pushing and training the children day and night because he had it in a vision. He sees it as it's going to be positive, it's going to be possible for those children to become that thing that they are going to become. Now I'm going to leave you with this quote from a famous man known as Johann Wolfgang, and he says that if you see an individual as he is, he says that he will stay as he is. But if you see this individual as what he ought to be and could be, he says he will definitely become what he ought and could be. So what this means is that when you see positiveness in someone, that person will become positive. When you see negativeness in someone, that person will become negative. When you talk good about people, when you see good in people, those people ended up becoming good. When you see bad and negative things about people, those are the things you always see in them. You hardly see anything positive. So what this means is that see the positive in your children, see the positive in the people around you, believe in their dreams, work to make them achieve it, and even if you feel it's not good enough, do not discourage them by your harmful words, because there are dreams within people which you don't know because you're not the one that created anybody. This is lesson number one. If you're just joining us for the first time, I would like you to hit the subscribe button as I unfold more on these videos that relate to the lessons I learned from the movie King Richard. Now, lesson number two talks about lead these children to make their decisions, but don't force them to take your own choice. Lead them to make the right choice for themselves, but don't force them that they must go with your own will. Now, that's what the father did. Now, he had it in his mind, his vision before the children were born, that they want them to play the tennis. But he had to put them into it, train them into it, show them why he wants them to become what he have in mind. And when the children were growing up to a level, he had to call them again to ask them, what do you really want to become? And what do you want to make out of this?
This is their life. You gotta let them decide.
Venus Williams, what you want?
Let's show all of those people that I can handle what's coming.
Allow them to grow and make their own choice. And when they were mature enough, you had to call them and ask them, what do you really want for yourself? Is this really what you want to do? Or I'm forcing you to take this decision? Someone else also who was training the children that they came in contact with after playing for a period of time, and he sees the potential in these children, and he had to ask them, what do you want, Serena Williams, and what do you want, Venus Williams? And he said, is it not just about what your father wants? I know what your father wants, but what do you really want for yourself? And they also stated the same thing, that they want to be the greatest kids ever.
Let me ask you about something. What do you want out of this? I know what your dad wants, but what about you?
Well, I want to win the Wimbledon as many times as anyone's ever won it.
You think you can do that?
It's not just about my father's choice. Yes, my father was the pioneer behind it. He was the one that trained us to this point. But I now love the way I'm going, and I see reasons in it, and this is what I want to become. So the message here for parents is, irrespective of what you want for your children, you want them to be a medical doctor, you want them to be a lawyer, you want them to be an accountant, an engineer, irrespective of your choice and desire for them, grow them to understand why you want them to be what you want them to be, but do not force them to take that decision, because you will not be the one living with them all the rest of their life. You will not be the one doing that same profession with them for the rest of their life. So encourage them to know the direction to go, build them to understand why you want them to work in that direction, but do not force them to take that decision, because at the end of the day, you will be the one to regret it. That is message number 2. The third lesson I picked from that movie is, study hard in school, irrespective of your love or your passion for sport or any other vocation. You want to become a musician, you want to become an actor, you want to become the best athlete, no matter what you want to do, go to school, study, and become the best. Now, this is what happened in the movie.
Wet for practice, don't you think? Don't the girls have schoolwork to do?
They do their homework. Tundi's first in her class. Lynn and Isha are too.
Now, I don't even mind you saying we hard on these kids. You know why? Because we are. That's our job, to keep them off these streets. You want to check on the kids? Let's check on the kids. We got future doctors and lawyers, plus a couple tennis stars in this house.
The fact that the father is training these children to become the best in athletes, to be the number one in sports of tennis, they are still doing very well in school. It did not deprive them their academic performance. It did not deprive them from studying to become the best. So in their classes, they were still the number one. In school, they were still recognized as the top in their classes. So don't take away your school academic performance because you want to concentrate on sport or music or any other form of vocation. Yes, I believe in talent. I believe in these things can take you to the next level, but also go to school to understand the basics and learn the basics of life. Education will make you to understand how to treat people and how to relate to people, irrespective of your achievement or whatever you face of life you find yourself. And that is why if you see the greatest men we have in the world today, Elon Musk, we talk about in Africa, we have Aliko Dangote, we have Femi Otedola. These great men that we have, they all went to school. Irrespective of their desire, irrespective of what they want to become, they went to school. So the key note here is go to school and perform very well in your academics, even when you're still chasing those areas that you really love, that your passion is, and your heart is, that you really want to achieve. You can become anything in the world, but that should not deprive you from going to school to achieve your academic goals. That is lesson number 3. Now, the fourth lesson for this movie is the one that touched me the most, and that was almost towards somehow the end when one of the sisters became very famous in the sport, and she's recognized by the world, and the sister was just behind and looks like she's not moving as well. And the father had to approach her. I know your sister is number one. I know you feel like you're not there, you're left out, but I want you to know you're going to be the greatest of all time.
I know you love Venus. And all this is exciting, but it's a little hard for you too, huh? Can I tell you a secret? Your sister is gonna be number one in the whole world, no doubt about it.
I know that.
But you gonna be the best that ever was. You gonna be the greatest of all time. You know how I know? Because I planned for it. Go and take that in. You up next.
What the father did was that he was not just pushing one child in the family. He was trying to carry all the family along. The same way he was pushing one of the girls to go further to become the best, he was also pushing the other girl to become the best also within herself. So he did not just concentrate on one child. The message here is parents should treat their kids equally, irrespective of the gift or talent you feel one particular child have. Learn to carry all the other children along. Do not make one child feel so special that you leave the other children to feel as though they are not worth it. This has caused a lot of problems in a lot of homes, and has caused a lot of hatred, and has caused even brothers hating brothers, sisters killing sisters, because the parents concentrated so much on one particular child and they neglected the other siblings. This is a very wrong attribute, and this is what this movie talked about. It encouraged both sisters to know that both of you can become great. And if you see those girls today, those ladies today, those women today, you find out that they love each other and they're happy with themselves because they became successful in their various endeavors. They were both great in the same sport, so you can still be in the same field and two of you can make it. A lot of people can make it. The sky is so big that all the birds can fly without colliding. So let us see the good in everyone, and let not train any child to be the best than other of his siblings. Let us train the children, let them grow up equally, let them respect themselves equally, let them see the best for themselves equally. Let no one feel is more special than the other. Let no one feel is more better than the other. Train them to feel and see that they are all great children. This is the message we also have from this video. If you're just joining us for the first time, I would like you to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so you can get every recent video that pops up on this channel. I appreciate every one of you. If you feel there are more, if you think you have in mind that there are more lessons you learned from the movie, I would like you to put that on the comment section. Leave a comment there, please, and explain to us what was your take home in that movie, King Richard, currently in the cinemas and it's trending. I want you to go see that movie. It's a very intelligent movie, and the movie is actually for families. It will make you understand how best to grow your home, how best to take care of these children, and how to see the best potentials in these children. Do not miss out on this movie. It's going to be a great time with you and your family to go see that movie. Thank you very much. Till I come again your way, same time next week. Thank you very much.